Here's what's on your feed today. Senator Chis Escudero has been elected presiding officer of Vice President Sara Duterte's impeachment trial despite opposition from the minority bloc. And Senator Rodante Marcoleta has been arrested after the Sandigan Bayan denies his bid to stop a non-bailable plunder case over alleged undeclared campaign donations. Good afternoon, I'm Cheska Litton-Calao. The Senate has opened Vice President Sara Duterte's impeachment trial. First order of business, Senator Chis Escudero was elected impeachment presiding officer with 12 senators voting in favor and 8 against. Escudero vowed to preside with caution, impartiality, and neutrality while reminding all parties to avoid public statements on the merits of the case. But his election was immediately questioned by Senators Alan Peter and Pia Cayetano, who maintained that the Constitution requires the Senate President to preside over the trial. In her opening statement, House Lead Prosecutor Jinky Luistro said the case against Duterte will rely heavily on the Vice President's own recorded public statements. Luistro said the court will see them, hear them, and judge them. The defense, for its part, warned that impeachment can be abused. Duterte's counsel, Sheila Sison, reminded Senator judges that the prosecution is asking the court to unseat a vice president elected by more than 32 million Filipinos. Sison also cited the Supreme Court's July 25, 2025 ruling, which she said declared the first impeachment attempt tainted with grave abuse of discretion. But the proceedings also hit an early procedural dispute after the prosecution moved to read the articles of impeachment and treat Duterte's absence as a not guilty plea. Escudero rejected the motion to read the articles, saying they were already considered read and entered into the record. Meanwhile, Vice President Duterte was not physically present on day one, with her counsel saying she is appearing through her lawyers. The impeachment court has since adjourned, with proceedings set to resume at 2 p.m. tomorrow. Let's now get the latest on the impeachment trial of Vice President Sara Duterte. Reporting to us live from the Senate is mobile journalist Merimon Reyes. Merimon, go ahead.
Jessica, good afternoon. So far for day one of the impeachment trial of Vice President Sara Duterte, it actually ended at around 5 o'clock, nearly 5:30 in the afternoon, and is expected to continue tomorrow, 2 p.m. onwards. And so far, what we saw from the proceedings was, number one, Senate President Sherwin Gatchalian did open the reconvening of the Senate as an impeachment court. However, they elected Senator Chis Escudero as its presiding officer. While there were contentions from minority senators, particularly from Senator Alan Peter Cayetano, seconded by Senator Pia Cayetano and Senator Robin Padilla. Ang kine-question kasi nila dito is yung pag-amend doon sa rules ng Senado pagdating sa impeachment trial proceedings. Pero ang sinasabi naman ng majority bloc senators dyan, nagkaroon ng pagkakataon to discuss and to raise concerns and to object during that time, ng June 3 na sesyon na ginawa nitong new majority senators, pero wala naman daw nangyari. And ang isang sinasabi rin nila dito, kung sakaling nga raw nais na matalakay ulit ito, that should be done during a time na nakapag-convene ang Senado, hindi bilang impeachment court, kundi bilang isang legislative body. So dito nagkaroon ng hint of sarcasm from the part of Senator Pia Cayetano na sinasabi, di patawag daw ang Malacanang. Total, yun naman, nagpatawag naman daw ito ng special session weeks ago para mapag-usapan ulit yung amendments doon sa rules. Pero pinanghawakan pa rin ng liderato and nagkaroon ng botohan. And now we have Senator Chis Escudero, pero still sinasabi nila Senator Cayetano from the majority na from the minority na magsasabit daw sila in formal writing tungkol sa kanilang objection dito. Cheska.
Merimon, during the back and forth between Senate President Sherwin Gatchalian and Senator Alan Peter Cayetano, meron part doon that SP Gatchalian said to strike something from the record. Ano yung napag-usapan? What was stricken from the record?
Cheska, nung supposedly kasi tatayo na sa rostrum itong Senator Chis Escudero at magtitake na ng kanyang oath bilang presiding officer, tumayo sa isang podium si Senator Cayetano at nabuksan yung usapin tungkol sa bank records daw ni Senator Chis Escudero, presumably issues related sa Anti-Money Laundering Council and such. Pero ito yung sinasabi na out of order na rin daw itong sinasabi ni Senator Cayetano, and it will be stricken out of the records. Plus, yung kanilang mga kinocontend kanina doon sa pagsisimula ng impeachment trial proceedings, out of order na rin daw yun kasi in order na itong amendment nila doon sa Senate rules. Pero so far, hindi necessarily hindi ultimately nag-back down ang minority kasi ang pinangahawakan nila dito, Senator Cayetano was actually warning that changing the rules to elect a different presiding officer could undermine the legitimacy of the impeachment trial of VP Sara Duterte. And ito nga, magsasabit daw sila in formal writing kasi hindi pa rin katanggap-tanggap sa kanila itong naging pag-elect kay Senator Chis Escudero as presiding officer. Pero ang nililinaw din ng mga senador from the majority, sina Senator Kiko Pangilinan, ito na ang amendment sa rules plus walang nilalabag sa rules ng Senado maging sa konstitusyon sa kung sino ba ang magpe-preside kung hindi presidente ang ini-impeach. Jessica.
Mary Mon, we also heard the opening statements of both the prosecution and the defense. Ano yung mga difference sa tono that was set by both sides on day one?
Well, Cheska, wala pa kasi presentation ng documentary evidence ng witnesses or testimonies pero nag-lay down na sila ng kanilang ground rules and yung nakikita nila, kumbaga foresighting sa mga susunod na araw. While nung pre-trial conference, ang napapag-usapan is nais ng defense team na magkaroon ng disclosure 3 days prior to the presentation of the witnesses sa trial. Ang nangyari kanina, pumayag na lang ang parehong partido, especially ang prosecution panel, na maging 5 days yung disclosure window bago i-present itong witnesses sa trial proper. While there were back and forths na pagpapalit sa pagitan ng prosec pati ng defense, pero either way, hindi naman siya naging extremely heated kasi day one ito and nag-intervene naman ang presiding officer. So what we know so far is makikita-kita na bukas and much more of the argument will be coming from the presentation na of testimonies of witnesses and yung cross-examination na mangyayari na starting tomorrow. Chetka.
Mary Mon, with the witness disclosure rule set at 5 days, no, both sides have agreed. What about the threshold? Senator Chis earlier mentioned na 16. Were there any reactions?
Actually, Cheska, Senator Alan Peter Cayetano was thankful na na-assure sila tungkol dito sa voting threshold. Kasi after na makuha na formally or tumatayo na formally as presiding officer si Senator Chis, nilinaw niya rin na pagdating dito sa voting threshold, 2/3 pa rin ang lahat ng mga senador. And in this case, out of 24 senators, 16 pa rin ang kinakailangan pagdating sa pagpuput ng vote doon sa verdict sa impeachment dito sa case ni Vice President Sara Duterte. So in this case, 16 pa rin ang kinakailangan. Yan pa rin daw yung nag-a-apply na constitutional law. And nirelate niya rin ito sa isang case years back kung saan while nagkaroon ng pagkukulang sa bilang ng mga senador, hindi nagbago na 2/3 pa rin out of all the senators ang kinakailangan. So in this case, it's 16. And and after i-announce yan ni Senator Escudero, nagpasalamat naman itong si Senator Cayetano. Kasi weeks ago, ito yung kine-question at ikinababahala raw ng minority na baka dahil may ibang nag-interpretation ang new majority bloc sa pagbibilang ng senators to consider a quorum, baka ganun din daw ang mangyari dito sa verdict ng impeachment. Pero for now, ang malinaw, 2/3 pa rin ang kinakailangan or 16 out of 24 senators. Jessica.
Mary Mon, Senator Alan Peter Cayetano also proposed a Sandigan Bayan communication to allow Senators Marcoleta and Estrada to attend the impeachment trial. Where did they land on this?
Jessica, we're still awaiting for new information regarding that kasi ang isang sinasabi ng ilang senators from the majority bloc, for example, over the weekend, hindi ito during the impeachment trial proper, over the weekend, ang sinabi naman from the majority ni Senator Erwin Tulfo, if kung sakali magkaroon nga ng pagpapa-aresto dito kay Senator Marcoleta, may karapatan pa rin daw siya na makadalo sa mga trial at wala pa naman daw suspension order. Pero in this case, kung sakaling magkaroon ng in-effect na suspension kay Senator Marcoleta, ibig sabihin yan, tulad ni Senator Jinggoy Estrada, hindi niya muna mapaperform yung duties niya as a senator and also as a senator judge. Ang sinasabi ng liderato, they'll cross the bridge when they get there. Pero ngayon kasi ongoing ang briefing ng impeachment court spokesperson na si Attorney Reggie Tonggol. So more likely, doon na mababanggit yung sa case na ito. Pero for now, What we saw earlier, 21 out of 24 senators ang present, ang hindi lang present. Senator Bato de la Rosa still in hiding, yet to be found. Senator Jinggoy Estrada, may preventive suspension order. And Senator Dante Marcoleta na naaresto earlier. Cheska.
Marymon, another point of discussion in the past few weeks also, the BIR box. Ano ang napag-usapan tungkol dito today?
Cheska, when Senate President Sherwin Gatchalian mentioned weeks ago kung mabubuksan daw or kung mailalatag yun ng House Prosecution Panel na gusto na nilang mabuksan ito ngayon sa pagsisimula, baka raw in the proper time, mata-take up siya in consideration ng impeachment court. However, for day one of the impeachment trial, hindi po nabuksan itong green BIR box. In order na rin ni Presiding Officer Escudero na ibalik na muna ito sa BIR. Pero kung sakali mang magkakaroon ng pagpa-file ng motion or manifestation for a subpoena ulit sa box na ito, they shall wait na lang din for an action on the part of the impeachment court and kung ano rin yung mangyayari sa mga susunod na araw. So, while ito ay binalik na muna or ibabalik na muna sa BIR, ang huling sinabi kasi ng prosecution, itong kahon na ito, part pa rin naman daw siya ng reserved documentary evidence nila. So, hindi pa ito masa-scrap of their list. Ang titignan na lang natin kung kailan nila ito isasalang ulit for consideration ng impeachment court. Pero for now, hindi siya nabuksan, hindi rin siya na-process na inventory at hindi rin siya namarkahan. Cheska.
Thank you for those updates. That was mobile journalist Marymon Reyes. More stories when One Newsfeed returns. Senator Rodante Marcoleta is at the PNP General Hospital following his arrest on plunder charges earlier today. For the details, we have mobile journalist Jazz Paredes. Jazz, before we go to the senator's current condition, bakit conflicting statements ang lumalabas on whether Senator Rodante Marcoleta surrendered or arrested?
Yes, Cheska, balikan lamang natin yung naging senaryo kanina nung umaga noong dumating itong si Senador Rodante Marcoleta sa Sandigan Bayan upang maghain na ng kanyang motion to quash yung kanyang arrest warrant regarding his plunder charges. And Cheska, nagkaroon ng confusion regarding dyan dahil nga noong mangyari itong pagdating ni Senador Rodante Marcoleta ay matatandaan nating na-deny yung kanyang motion. Dito na rin na i-lockdown itong Sandigan Bayan. At clarification dyan ni DepEd Secretary John Vic Remulla na it was both surrendered and arrested yung tamang termino daw, dahil nandoon nga siya voluntarily, Cheska, sa Sandigan Bayan to file his motion to quash. Ngunit dahil nga na-deny ito, dumating sakto itong si ADG at nilockdown itong building. Dahil nga naroon na rin si Senador Rodante Marcoleta, nangyari itong kanyang pag-aresto. So, hindi malinaw, Cheska, kung surrendered lang ba or naaresto. Ngunit ang sabi sa atin ni Interior Secretary Remulla, it was both, a mixture of both, dahil nga nagkataon na nandun na rin itong si Senador Rodante Marcoleta while they were implementing his arrest. And matatandaan natin na it was also nung araw na iyon, nung umaga na iyon, ay dinala na rin itong si Senador Rodante Marcoleta nga dito sa PNP sa ADP sa Campo Crame for his booking procedure. And additional to that, Cheska, ay hindi lamang siya yung naaresto and surrendered but also his co-accused na dalawa pa na sina dating Congressman Mike Defensor at itong isa pang co-accused nila na si Joseph Espiritu. Cheska.
Jazz, yung sa booking procedure ni Senator Marcoleta, ano-ano na ang nagawa?
Yes, Cheska, with the information that we got so far, ay itong si Senador Rodante Marcoleta sumailalim na nga sa booking procedures dito sa PNP sa ADC, kaugnay dyan yung kanyang medical examination, kanyang mugshot, at pati na rin yung kanyang biometrics profiling. Pero Cheska, as of now, magsasabi natin hindi pa tapos yung kanyang medical examination dahil idinala siya sa PNP General Hospital para sa additional na medical examination dahil kailangan para sumailalim sa iba pang tests itong si Senador Rodante Marcoleta para ma-ensure na fit or maayos yung kanyang kalagayan, Cheska.
May nabigay na ba na reason kung bakit hindi pinatanggal ang wig kay Senator Marcoleta?
Cheska, napag-usapan yan kanina sa briefing pahayag ni DILG Secretary John Vic Remulla. At ayon sa kanya ay ito ay bilang pagrespeto din sa senador, at ayon sa kanya kung paano humaharap sa publiko itong si Senador Dante Marcoleta ay kinalala itong rerespetuhin, at ito yung kanyang kukuhain o ito yung kukuhain na litrato mula sa kanya. Hindi na to further inelaborate, Cheska, no, kung ano ba yung masasabi nating procedures, ano ba yung dapat, pero ito ay pagrespeto nga dito sa senador dahil hindi daw to humiliate yung kanilang purpose. So kung ano yung komportable at ito yung pinapresenta sa publiko ng senador, ay ito daw yung litratong kanyang kukuhain sa kanya, Cheska.
Senator Rodante Marcoleta is also being given consideration because of his age. So yung mga medical exams niya, ano yung mga lumabas at ano pa yung mga kailangan gawin na exam sa kanya?
Yes, Cheska, no, kanina nga lamang ay kinumpirma sa atin ni ADG Director Alexander Morico II na siya nga ay nireklamo daw niya yung kanyang paninikip ng dibdib at mataas daw yung kanyang blood pressure. Hindi lang na-specify kung ano yung kanyang blood pressure, but around 150 daw yung kanyang high blood pressure during the time na nagko-complain siya sa kanyang chest pains. Kaya daw after nitong mag-complain itong si Senador Dante Marcoleta, ay sinugod siya or dinala siya dito sa PNP General Hospital for additional tests. And according na rin kay Remulla, ay dadaan siya sa ECG dahil nga 72 na rin daw itong si Senador Dante Marcoleta at he needs extensive tests. And dito lamang sa PNP General Hospital may isasagawa ito at hindi ito kaya lamang kung gagawin nga lamang dito sa tanggapan ng PNP sa ADG. Pero sa ngayon, walang nasabi itong si Remulla kung meron bang underlying health condition ang senador. Ngunit ginagawa lamang daw ito upang ma-assess yung kanyang kalusugan, if he is fit na i-transport o i-travel pabalik sa Sandigan Bayan for his return of arrest warrant, at para na rin makuha yung kanyang commitment order. Pero sa ngayon, we're still waiting, Cheska, kung ano yung resulta ng kanyang medical examination, and until now ay wala pang nailalabas mula sa PNP kung ano yung kanyang kasalukuyang kalagayan, Cheska.
May nabigay bang timeline or how many days Senator Marcoleta is expected to stay at the PNP General Hospital?
Yes, Cheska, base na rin sa pahayag nga ni Interior Secretary Remulla, ang kanya daw tansya is around 1 to 2 days posibleng manatili sa PNP General Hospital itong si Senador Rodante Marcoleta dahil hindi daw kakayanin ng isang buong araw lamang itong mga tests na gagawin sa kanya, including nga itong ECG. Ngunit kanina sa pahayag naman o sa panayam natin, kaya si ADG Director Morico, hindi rin naman daw malabo or possible din naman daw na matapos yung kanyang tests ngayon at ma-assess if he is fit na makabarating o makabalik sa Sandigan Bayan ngayong araw. Ngunit ito ay wala pang tiyak na timeline, Cheska, no? Itong kanyang 1 to 2 days, this is just a parang tansya pa lamang. And we're still waiting kung tonight or within later tomorrow ay mailabas yung results ng kanyang medical examination. Dahil oras nga daw na mailabas ito, agad daw itong itatransmit sa Sandigan Bayan para nga ma-assess na rin kung posible nga ba siyang i-travel para doon sa susunod niyang procedure, which is the return of the arrest warrant, Cheska.
Jazz, before we let you go, may mga updates ba tayo on the status and whereabouts of former Congressman Mike Defensor, Aristotle Viray, and Joseph Espiritu?
Yes, Cheska, kanina pasado alas 12 ng tanghali ay nasaksihan nga natin itong pagdating ni dating Congressman Mike Defensor at itong si negosyante nga Joseph Espiritu sa tanggapan ng PNP sa ADG. At according sa pahayag ni SILG kanina, ay naaresto daw itong dalawa sa isang coffee shop sa Quezon City. Kaya naman dinala na sila dito sa Campo Crame kanina sa ADG para sa kanilang booking procedures. Habang isa pa nilang kapwa-akusado until now ay subject to the PNP manhunt, so hindi pa natatagpuan o hindi pa naaresto. Ngunit sa pahayag na rin ni PNP Chief Melencio Nartates kanina ay ina-encourage na itong mga kapwa-akusado ng tatlo pa nila Marcoleta ay itong si Viray, no, ay sumuko na raw dito sa tanggapan ng Crame o sa mga pinakamalapit na police station sa kanya. Ngunit sa ngayon, ang pagkakaalam natin, Cheska, base na rin sa impormasyon na inilabas yung Bureau of Jail Management and Phenology or BJMP, ay kinumpirma nila ang commitment sa custody nila dating Representative Mike Defensor at Joseph Espiritu nga sa Quezon City Jail. So they are detained there. Ngunit hindi pa natin tiyak, Cheska, kung ano ba yung selda, sino bang magkakasama, or are they subjected to be staying in the one cell alone? Sa ngayon, hindi pa natin to kumpirmado, Cheska, ngunit kinumpirma na naroon na ang dalawang kapwa-akusado nga ni Marcoleta para madetine sa Quezon City Jail sa male dormitory sa Payatas. Cheska.
Thank you, mobile journalist Jazz Paredes. That wraps up One News Feed, the only feed you need. Catch the continuing coverage of One News and other Kapatid networks on the Duterte impeachment trial. We will bring you the proceedings live as they happen with analysis from legal experts and other key personalities. I'm Cheska Calao. Good evening.